Hello everyone. Today we are going to have a lesson about a novel written by Samuel Richardson, which is entitled Clarissa or the History of a Young Lady. So for the first one is we are going to look at the summary for this novel. All right, everyone, let's moving forward to the summary of the novel. In Clarissa or the History of a Young Lady by Samuel Richardson, we follow the story of Clarissa Harlow, a young woman navigating the complexities of love and societal expectations in the 18th century. The novel, presented through a series of letters, gives us a glimpse into Clarissa's struggles as she grapples with familiar pressure to marry a wealthy suitor while yearning for genuine love. Through our exploration of Clarissa's journey, we'll uncover the profound themes of virtue, morality, and the challenges faced by young women in the societal norms of the time. So buckle up for a fascinating journey into the world of Clarissa Harlow.
Moving on to the characters, the first one is Clarissa Harlow, the protagonist and also the main character in the novel. She is a young and morally pure who's known for her kindness and beautiful features. She became victim to Robert Lovelace after he convinces her to run away with him. The second one is Robert Lovelace, the antagonist of the story and also pursuer of Clarissa. He is seen as a selfish character who won't stop pursuing Clarissa until he gets what he wants, and he is also a playboy. Next, Anne Howe, Clarissa's best friend, whom she continuously writes to throughout the course of the story. She is seen as a lively person and she respects Clarissa. And also the fourth one, John Belford, a close friend of Mr. Lovelace, whom he writes to with a special language throughout the whole story. However, as the story progresses, he slowly begins to side with Clarissa instead of Mr. Lovelace.
So for settings, it sets back in 18th century of England, and there are three key locations that can be included from this novel. The first one is the Harlow family estate. It is located in the fictional county of Hertfordshire. So it in the novel, at the start of the novel, it has been mentioned that this is where Clarissa and her family live. The second one is London. This is where Clarissa runs away to avoid from being forced into marriage. And most of the novel's action also take place in London. The third one is Lovelace's estate. This is where Clarissa is being kidnapped and it's where she is raped. So there's no specific location for Lovelace's estate, but possibly it is located in Hertfordshire too. So for the social settings, it reflects 18th century British high society. So in the novel, if you read the novel, the Hollows, you can see the Hollows are part of the landed gentry, as is the wealthy suitor they want Clarissa to marry. So Lovelace is a libertine nobleman where the various friends and extended family members also reflect the aristocracy and upper classes of the period.
Okay, class. Next, we're gonna look into the theme for this novel, which is the first one, virtue and morality. So, first of all, class, what's your understanding about virtue in the context of this novel? Very well. Virtue in this context refers to moral excellence, purity of intention, and adherence to social norms. As we can see, class, Clarissa Harlow embodies virtues such as chastity, piety, and moral integrity. Right. We also can see that she navigates a complex world where societal norms clash with personal values. So, what about morality? How does morality depicted in this novel, class? Exactly, morality revolves around ethical decision and behaviors in this novel. We can see this by the main character, which is Clarissa. As we can see, she faces many moral dilemmas such as the conflict between obeying her parent, following her heart, and struggle to maintain her moral integrity in the world where societal pressure often contradicted her values. So class, next we're gonna move on to the second theme, which is ruin and reputation. So class, what you understand about this theme? Alright. In this novel, we can see that the fear of reputational ruin drives many characters' action. We can see that the threat of social disgrace and the irreparable damage it could cause to one's reputation looms large throughout the narrative, influencing decision and relationship. So maybe class, can you give me one scene where this theme apply in the novel? Correct. The part when Clarissa engages in the secret romance with Loveless. After her family know about that, what happened, class? Yes, Clarissa was forced to leave her home and is financially cut off. So class, here we can see that her parents' only concern is the dishonor she brought to her family. So class, what can we conclude for this theme? Yes, we can see that appearance are what matter in this story.
For our third theme, we have manipulation and deceit, which involves our antagonist, which is who, class? Good Robert Loveless. He's an individual who engages in reckless and frequently unethical behavior, particularly in the matters of love and sexuality. So, class, can you give me one example of his unethical behavior in this novel? Good. When in his pursuit of Clarissa, he manipulated her into going to brothel, and then he drugged her, and then when she went into unconsciousness, he took advantage of her sexually. For our fourth and last theme, we have tragedy and strength, which involves our protagonist, which is who, class? Good, Clarissa Harlow. As results of conflict between morality on an individual basis and social expectations, particularly for women. So, class, can you give me one example of a tragedy that befell Clarissa in this novel? Good. When she refused to marry Mr. Holmes, the wealthy but repulsive man, her own family disowned and disinherited her from the family's fortune. But this doesn't stop her from striving to maintain her principles, even in the face of societal pressures. So that is all from us, Group 6, Session 1. Thank you.